Hey, lovelies. I know I skipped yesterday, but it was actually kind of like a real life thing. It was like 11:30 when I realized I hadn't made a video, which is weird because this has become so much a part of my day. Like I look forward to these moments that I get to share with you. So, don't hold it against me. I wasn't intentionally skipping my habit, but the second I realized I missed it, here I am. My positive habit. I am now here for you today. And I need to talk to you about grace. Okay? So we know all this started because I don't like smoking cigarettes while I make videos. So I started making videos to replace my morning cigarette and to kind of document my healing journey. Um, Obviously, the smoking of the cigarettes has not quit. It's not done. It's not gone. It's something that could cause me a lot of guilt and shame. Um, and so, with my therapy, these groups I've been going to, we've been talking about, like what makes you use, where these addictive behaviors come from. And a lot of the underlying theme is shame. Um, so, one of the best ways to heal that is to practice grace. And it's hard when you're in a full on drug addiction to be like, hey, I made a mistake, let me fix myself. But the reason that a lot of these like addiction groups tell you to look at a higher power is because then you're giving yourself grace. There's something outside of you that understands that you are only human. And by internalizing that, you are accepting that you're only human, that this is a part of your story, not your whole story. The importance of that is that the guilt and the shame overwhelm you. So being able to go to something outside of yourself that gives you love and acceptance and grants you grace kind of changes your mentality towards the whole situation. And that's where your growth comes from. If you're sitting there stuck in shame and guilt, you're not focusing on fixing the problem. You're focusing on the feeling that the problem causes. So you're not getting to the root of it, basically. And we just need to dig a little bit deeper. And when you go through guilt and shame and you forgive yourself, you show yourself grace, it becomes, and I think forgiving ourselves is harder than forgiving other people's a lot of times. But when we do that, when we grant that grace, that area where we don't have to be perfect and we can just be human, we give ourselves that chance to grow and change. And this isn't just addictive behaviors. It's like the book I'm working on. Now, that's a habit I did want to do every day, and I have not prioritized that 5 minutes. So I took a couple days and instead of writing, did planning, but I still spent time with my book. So to me, showing myself grace in that and my creative process is, hey, today was not a free flowing right day, but I'm piecing the story together. I'm still spending time with it. So no, there wasn't another page added to my book, but I worked out chapters. Now, today, I need to, yes, I've granted myself grace, but now I need to get myself back on the path. So instead of being ashamed and, oh, I messed up and I skipped a couple of days, that doesn't mean I can't start the book right now. Like if I hadn't even started writing, I could start writing right now. I just have to pick up the pen. That fear and that shame will keep you from picking up the pen every single time if you're doing it by yourself. If you're guilting yourself into doing the activity that is good for you. So, yes, me being overweight and wanting to start walking is great motivation. But when it's rainy and cold out and something happened yesterday and I already missed a day, this is where grace comes in because my motivation is probably not the same. I've already seen benefits of getting that healthy habit, and I'm not really feeling any remorse for missing one day. It doesn't end the happiness and the joy that I can receive. But if I shame myself out of going, oh, well, I didn't do it yesterday, I can't do it today. Oh, I messed this up, I can't. You stop yourself. The difference between I tried and I succeeded is that when it gets hard, you keep trying. You don't just one and doneer. You forgive yourself, you take that experience, you learn from it, and you improve in your next go round. That's the secret to life. That's how we literally life. There is not a guidebook somewhere that says if you do it this way, you'll be perfectly fine. All the guidebooks I've read end up with somebody dying or sending to heaven, and they're not living this real world where there's all of these temptations and things being tossed at you and basically distractions from the person you want to be. So a lot of these programs, they talk about connecting to a higher power. And I know a lot of people have issues with hardcore religions being tossed down your throats, or you've been ostracized from that community. And it's not like, oh, I can just, or you don't feel you can pick and choose because of the society around you. And that's the difference between religion and spirituality. Spirituality is just what you feel in your heart towards something more powerful than you, whether you call it God, goddess, universe, your higher self. Your future you is something you look at as a God, whether you love you right now or not. So ask your future self, what do I need to do right now to get one step closer to being you? What do I need right now to extend grace to myself, knowing that I will eventually be you? These are things that will balance out your sanity during this craziness. These are things that, whether it's a writing prompt that you need, or motivation to go to a group, or forgiveness for not doing a habit that you're trying to incorporate in your life. The things that I've talked about today, the grace, the forgiveness, the patience, looking at things from a different perspective. You still got to do the work. But you're here, so I know you want to do the work. It's the work in the small hours, the times when other people quit because it didn't go right. These are the things that are going to set you apart and above. This is where your success comes from, whether you internalize it or you share it with the world. But how you show up in your life for you is going to affect how you show up for others. And that's why we need to move away from these addictions. That's why we need to not be distracted. And it's hard. It's okay if it's hard for you today. It's okay if it's easy for you today. Sometimes that's even more difficult than it being hard and complicated. But you always have to practice grace with yourself. Like, if you can't give yourself anything else, you can give yourself some grace. You can know that you're trying. You can check in with your heart and say, I didn't do as good as I wanted to that time. How do I do it better this time? And that's the beautiful thing you're creating. You're creating something beautiful, and it will change your world if you can practice grace and forgiveness on yourself. It will change your world if you look at things outside of you and just love them how they are, not how you want them to be. But you can always make changes for yourself. You can get closer to who you want to be. And you don't have to be perfect today, but you do have to try. And I know I'm asking a lot. It gets easier. It makes more sense. You teach yourself the better habits. And it starts through acceptance and a whole lot of grace. Just be kind to yourself today, please. That's all I want for you. It's a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of love, maybe some water. Maybe your roots are dry and you just need to be refreshed and poured into. Nobody else will do that for you. Do it for yourself. And in the end, you end up holding the cigarette instead of smoking it. You still reach your goal of smoking less. You know, we just overcomplicate so much shit for no reason. So let's uncomplicate it. Nobody else tells you today, I love you. I honor you. I see you trying. Get it. Go do that thing that makes you 1% better. If you don't do it again tomorrow, that's on you. But right now, I see you trying. I see you. You are loved. Please do not forget that.